Oh, hi. Hi, Ada. Hi, Druid. How are you? Sleepy? Okay. That is the original. I'm not going to play you a very good version. Hot, but not in a sexy way. Yeah, it's pretty hot here too, and not in the sexy way. Let's see. I'm doing laundry at the same time, so I have to go down and change the machine in about half an hour. And when that's done, I'm done. So is the idea. God, Lauren's good at singing. hell my coconut or aqualin jar is, the glue jar. Hello everyone. Hello Enildren, hello my deep, hello Crispy. I don't know where I put my refill bottle of Aqualin. It is not in the refill drawer, let's put it that way. I have Aqualin here, but it's the small squeegee bottle and it's gonna be very tedious to get the glue out. I'd rather just go. I'll twirl my mustache. Look, I'm Wario. So what we're gonna do is glue some of the coasters. I've cleaned them, so we'll glue them and then put them under some pressure and then do that. And while it's drying, we'll play some Death Stranding. We'll play some Death Stranding. I'm gonna do another lap, see if I can find anything. I've checked all the normal spots. You guys know that saying, it's always in the last place you look? If you think about it, that's a very stupid saying. Because, of course it's in the last place you look. When you find it, you stop looking. Found it. I just play my cats. That works. That usually works. I just don't need to see my legs that much. All right. I need my bottom. There we go. So if you guys remember, these engravings were pitch black before. And now they're, well, they kind of look pitch black, but they're a lot paler because of all the char and stuff I got rid of. So that's good. Got rid of that crap. Even if you've looked in that five places already. Yeah, it's the George Carlin joke, right? Have you ever noticed that the longer you look for something, the stupider the places you look become? Suddenly you find looking for something you had 15 minutes ago. You go through the pockets of a jacket you haven't worn in 20 years. Or find yourself looking for your car keys in your for your keys in your grandfather's World War I uniform. You just might have happened to give him the keys before the Battle of Verdun. Why? 6 more pockets. Wouldn't want to pass them up, would you? The other one that's really bad is when you drop something and you can see where you can see it drop and see where it lands, but it's not there when you bend down. Not a fan of that. Okay. So I think what we'll do is we'll glue up 4 and put them under pressure. And while we're doing that, we'll do Resolene on the other 4 and then switch. I think that would be good because I need more of these goddamn plates. I can't remember where I got them from. I just need heavy iron plates or steel plates and just stack so I can put stuff under pressure. So I have 2 of these and a chunk of granite. So I can do 4. I could also just stack books and shit on it, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to ruin my fancy books. I haven't got my phone set up. Could someone please change to top cam? I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh. I don't know who actually got it first. Depending on where you are and the ping, you might get different results. Okay, so this is Aqualem, which is a water-based glue. Only to find them in the microwave. Double camera for them. Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, so this is Aqualem. It's German for Frostschützen, so it's for frost. It's protected against frost. Leeren Behälter öffnen und austrocknen lassen. Aqualem, water-based adhesive. Lösungsmittelfreier Universalkleber. So universal glue. And it's called Aqualem 315, which is, in my opinion, just as strong as like contact cement, but it's water-based and it doesn't require you to use a fume hood or a respirator or be outdoors in a strong, downwind breeze. I was stuffing my face with food, so Ada probably got it first. I can has food. Oh, also, I got new shoes today. I spent some of the Star Trek money on some Blundstones, which are nice leather shoes, but they've got the steel-toed. Well, it's a steel-toed boot essentially. I'll show you actually. So I can wear them at work without having to wear the shit that they gave me. Look, it's a nice leather boot, but it's a steel-toed leather boot. And it's a nice sole on it. So, these are my new work boots. Quite nice. I also got my bike serviced today and got summer tires on. I figured July is probably... It's probably time to switch to the tires without the steel studs in them, right? And the reason I could do that is because I have an amazing community who took part in the Star Trek sponsorship. I could also pay rent. I could have used all of that money. I could have paid rent for 2.5 months if I didn't spend it on anything else. About 2.5 months. Well, more than 2 months anyway. 2 months and a few burgers. So yeah. Thanks again to everyone who took part in that. So this is the first time I'm using this cork. So the problem with the other cork I had was that it wicks through, but this doesn't have obvious holes and crap in it. So I'm hoping it's not gonna just pop out the other side. Oh, I think I need to shake up my aqua limits. Settled. It was a bit thin. Always have worn steel toe cap shoes. Yep. Oh, I want burritos, beans, and rice. Oh, so I have some tortillas, and I must have gotten a fucking bad batch or something because I bought 2 packets and one was fine, and they have both been on the same spot in the kitchen, and one is fuzzy and green, and the other one is absolutely fucking fine. I got a shitty bag of tortillas. So, because I make a burrito every morning. I call it a breakfast burrito, but it's not what Americans would call a breakfast burrito with eggs and stuff in it. It's just a burrito I have for breakfast. But I'm going grocery shopping tomorrow anyway. Hopefully. So I'll get some new ones. Cause yeah. But it's sealed, you know. It's fucking. It's sealed from the factory. But yeah. Also, a very nice thing with this glue. Oh no, I got some on my finger. What do I do? Just rub it. Comes off right away. There you go. All gone. So this glue is a bit weird compared to other glues because this stuff you put on both sides. Right, it's not going through yet. You put this on both sides, then wait for it to essentially dry, not completely, but sort of dry, and then you stick them together. And it's very good at what it does. This is a lot of leatherworkers have switched. This is a fairly new product, but yeah, just like when Tokenol came up, a lot of leather workers just went, this is the best thing ever. Let's use that. And a lot of people have done the same with Aqualim. Instead of, you know, actual contact cement. A lot of people still use contact cement, but mostly because it's quick drying. This is not nearly as quick drying as contact cement. I don't care. Also, I apologize for not streaming yesterday. If Miro was here, he could tell you why. None of the things I wanted to get done yesterday got done. None of them. Do you guys remember when we did Eco last time? The grannies? The three the hags, as they were called, from the Grove. Yes, Madim, yeah. So, Blue, or Buzvekia, from the hags, I hung out in her chat for pretty much the entire day, as in, I started watching while I was still at work, and I stopped watching because I had to go to sleep to go to work. That's what I did yesterday. I had a fucking delightful time. It was great fun and everything. She was playing Persona 5. It was a lot of fun. I don't really like that song that much anymore. It's overplayed. Nope. 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 Yes. Also, if you get some Aqualim on the grain side accidentally, super easy to get off. And no glue coming through. Much better than the old stuff. The old stuff was had a bunch of fucking holes in it. Neither. It's Aqualim. Renia is the brand. Yeah, so this stuff is flat, so it doesn't curl, and it doesn't let anything through. And it's actually about the same thickness. It's a little bit thinner, but that's fine. Yeah, I think is what they want, but if they have Aqualim, it would probably not be. I don't think they will be able to register the trademark, Caspi. I think that's why. That's why you have brands like Nuclear, and it's Nukleer, because otherwise they can't register as a trademark. It's from Cologne or Köln. Renia GmbH. Ostmeierheime Straße 516 D 51109 Köln. info@renia.com. Yeah, this is the made for the English or for international market because everything else is in English. Kölsch. Do you say Kölsch instead of Köln? That's odd. Okay, so now dry. Here we go. So what I do now is, while it's tacky but not completely set, I just adjust the edges so they line up. Looks good. And then you just run your finger around it, get any drops that come off, because it's very easy to get off your finger, but if you pull a rag around here, you're not getting that rag back. It's the name for the regional dialect of Köln and the beer. Oh, okay. Kölsch Lager. That's why lager is called lager. Lagen. It's a stored beer. So yeah, that's the cork backing on. We still have to do the water resistance, and I'm gonna give it a good buff because I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, kinda you can see that. So around all the engravings, there is a slight color difference. That's from the heat. There you can see there's a little tiny like aura around all the letters and stuff. That's from the heat of the laser. And it doesn't affect it anyway, but I buff it a little bit and most of that goes away. Oh no, it's here, my rag. I think I might need to wash this soon. The engraving looks so good. It looks really good. And you know what's going to look even better? When I'm done with this. Oh. Yeah. I've knocked some loose stuff off. That's what I mean. And now, shiny. Dull. Shiny. And it's just from rubbing it with a bit of cotton. We'll put that there. I gotta remember not to be so rough with the polishing. I don't know if you guys can even see it. I don't think you can see it. There are like a few of the fibers. You can kind of see there. There's a dot. Looks like a dead pixel. Oh, if I do that now you can see it. So yeah, so a few of the engraved pieces that are still loosely attached get knocked off when I do that, which is good because otherwise they'd come off on Anildren stuff, which you don't want. But it does look like it's not a complete engraving. It's like, oh no, it's broken. Like, it's not broken. It's just that the laser has gone over that piece, but another piece has been in the way. essentially. Time for laundry? Yes, it is. It's about 3 minutes left. What I've seen people do is do like a buffing wheel on a drill and just go, and I imagine that would knock a lot of fibers loose. Too many. I think that would rip fibers out, which you don't want. Just need to go over it a little bit more carefully. It's been so long since I made coasters now, so. Shiny. I have the laundry room for another hour and a half, so I'm not in a super rush, and I'm gonna do another run in the tumble dryer, which takes an hour, and then it's done down there. So I'm gonna glue this up, put it under pressure, and then go fix the laundry. I've been sweating from my upper lip all day. It's very annoying. It's very hot. I just gotta try to be careful not to paint over the edges. Not because it matters really, it's just extra work to tidy up afterwards. I try not to go. And you want a fairly uniform, thin layer, but complete coverage, essentially. Otherwise you get loose spots, which you don't want. I like this tune, but the song is shit. This is the same people who thought this was a fucking banger is the same people who hate like Rebecca Black's Friday, and it's the same fucking shit. The cork kind of wicks away some of the glue, but I think it's just settling into the pores rather than, because it's clearly it's not going through, and if it was wicking away just through the thing, it would be glue on the green mat, but there isn't. I know some people have done Aqualim where they just put like a bunch on, but only on one side, and then stick them together. And the only thing I can think is that must take fucking forever to dry. So yeah, I like the actual music in this, but the lyrics suck. Sorry, Blink 182 fans. They've made good music. That song is not one of them. Here we go. I'll try something. I have one of these towels here. I'm going to see if I can use that as a glue towel, because I don't use it for anything else. Because I can't use a normal like hand towel, because it just goes and gets stuck right away, and then you are not getting anything back. But this sticks enough so I can get the glue off easy. Yeah, that works. It works really well. Huh. Find a new usage for the towel. And it's water-based, so I imagine I could probably throw it in the laundry and get rid of it. Probably not with the with anything else though. That way up. That way up. I was thinking I probably shouldn't do the Resolene and then like 50-50. I think it's better to do 4 and then wait. Because the Resolene might mess with the glue. Not entirely certain, but I'd rather do a science on it rather than do it on like on my own stuff rather than you paid for this. I'm now going to use science on the stuff you paid for. Because I'm a dick. Oh. Feel free to science these. No, I'm not gonna. They might turn out shit, and then I'd have to make new ones. Well, I have boxes of like scraps Analdron, so I'd rather just use that, like offcuts and stuff like that. All right, I'll leave you guys with some music, and I'll run ads at the same time because then we don't get any for a bit. And I'll run down and just change out the laundry in the washing machine. I'll be right back. I was muted. Yes. Thank you. I was saying that, you know that thing when you have kids and they're running around making a lot of noise and all of a sudden silence? That's you guys. Someone broke something and they don't want to tell dad, or uncle in my case, because they think they'll get in trouble. So, Ada, what did you break? It's fine. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. That's fantastic, Andrew. Yeah. I'm gonna turn the AC this way, because right now it's cooling down the sofa where no one's sitting. Which doesn't help. Oh. 18 degrees. What did we say it was? 66.4? Something like that? In silly units? Okay. Maybe I need some coasters then. Maybe. Hi, Celion! I'm sorry, it's me. I'm broken. We're all broken. Okay. I don't think it's set yet, but we'll have a look. It would be great if they have, because then we can do these in Resilient. Not quite, but very close. So that's going to be what it looks like. Anandran, I put this stuff on, which is acrylic Resilient. So it's a waterproofing thing. Well, we shouldn't really call it waterproofing. Water resistance thing. That I put on, because obviously it's a coaster, so it's gonna get wet, like from condensation, or get the rings and everything. And this will slow that down. It's not gonna stop it, but it will slow it down. It's leather, so it's gonna change with use, which is kind of the whole point. Oh, this one's set. Yeah, the first one is set. Put those to the side. And then we'll prep the next one. So I've looked at like spray glue. We've tried the Super 77, the 3M spray. And like, this is how I believe the hype from Adam Savage. And it's like, this is how sneakers are put together. They will never separate. And then Knugen's coaster is like, they're separating. I'm like, what the shit? All right. This is forbidden yogurt. Eller kvarg. But yeah, I got my bike service today, which is nice. It's an electric bike, but they didn't do an electric bike service because they didn't have the software and stuff for it. So they just did the big service, which is half price. And the bike isn't old enough that it needs to like have its fucking firmware updated. And switch to the summer tires. And they threw in a clean, so it's downstairs and nice and shiny, which is nice. and there was some spoke in the wheel that was busted, so they fixed that for like $1. Which was awfully nice of them. So it wasn't just service, it was a repair and a clean as well. And for the repairs, I only paid for the materials, which is nice. Hi, Perpetrator! How are you? We are gluing coasters. So what I want to do is, after I've done the... Well, really, I should start with the fucking leather piece, because then it doesn't matter if I transfer some glue over to the cork, you won't be able to see it. But it's more work to get it off the leather. Even an e-bike needing a firmware update, yeah, it's silly. I will never, ever buy a car with fucking subscription service for it. Ever. I would rather take the fucking train. Alright, got a full body check done, and today came the results from my blood test. I got the doctor's prescription to eat a banana every day. Okay, so potassium. Yeah, same stuff. Is... always too low, constantly aligning with previous blood test. Okay, so yeah, potassium. Nice. I never understood why it was called potassium. The periodic table symbol is K for kalium. And tungsten is W for wolfram. Tungsten is just Swedish and means heavy stone, which is not a good name for a fucking element. Copper is Cu for cuprium, or cyprium, because in the ancient world, Cyprus was one of the biggest like copper producers in the world, or in the West anyway. Let go of my finger, you bastard! Eh? All right, let's set those aside and do one more here. Aljan, I had before this e-bike that I have now, I had another one which got stolen, and then I bought a new one of those which got stolen, and then the one I have now looks very pedestrian, ironically, as opposed to the previous model I had, which looked very clearly like an e-bike with a big fucking battery and fat bike tires. That one was a lot of fun, but I got bored of paying the fucking deductible, you know? Yeah, my town has a serious problem with bike theft. And, you know, report it to the police and they're like, Okay, we have received your report. Here is your, here is the number for your stuff in the system, and then a couple of hours later, you get an email saying that they have closed the case and they will not be pursuing any further because they are not going to do anything about it. Most of the bikes are, stolen and then loaded onto trucks and then taken out of the country. Yeah, exactly. We'll add it to the list of things we won't do. So the shitty thing is the last one that got stolen had a GPS tracker in it. But the GPS tracker ran out of battery on the way to the shop. I went to 2 shops. On the way to the first shop, I checked the battery and it was at 5%, and it does in 5% increments. And then it died, and then I was like, I'm just gonna stop for a burger. It will be, 15, at most 50 minutes, depending on line. And that was enough. And then they got stolen right outside the fucking supermarket or shopping center. The first time it got stolen, it was at the university, my university campus, in the middle of the fucking day. Lightweight electric folding bike on Amazon was supposed to be delivered earlier in August. Delivered package today. It was an electric bike, but not folding one, and it's much heavier. We checked the price. The wrong one cost 1K more. We tried to get Amazon by phone since the hauling company needs to pick up for return. They also deliver. Fucking yeah. Yeah. At least. So when I get stuff delivered, not the bike necessarily, but if I order stuff from Amazon, there is no risk of porch pirates, because the way it works here is they deliver everything to like the local supermarket, and then you just go there and they have a small little desk, and then you show your QR code and go blip, and then they go get your package, and then you show your ID and they go, yeah, that's you. Bye. It is a 3-minute walk. Much better than having to, yep, got stolen. And that's everyone, by the way. That's like Swedish Post, it's DHL, Schenker, UPS, FedEx, all of that uses the same system. It's so much better. Only personal delivery is allowed. Yeah, to your neighbor. Yep, exactly. It's kind of funny because when I was at the Jimmy Carr show, AirMe, which is like a delivery service here that does like late night deliveries. And like, I'm here with your package from Amazon. I'm like, I'm not at home right now. It was just before the show started, so I was sitting in the audience. And they're like, okay, can I leave? I'll leave it outside the door of your building. Is that fine? No, it's not fine. It will be stolen in 3 fucking minutes. It's outside the door of the apartment building facing the street. And you're just gonna what? Put it on the step? There is a reason. There is a code lock on the door you're standing outside. You fucking idiot. Like, no, bring it back tomorrow. I'll be home tomorrow. Oh, okay. Like, if he got into the building, went up and put it outside my door, that would be fine. But not outside the fucking building on the street. our lobby is fob locked, so packages usually get here. Yeah, so we have fobs as well. We used to have a code, like a, you know, four-digit code, but the like Uber Eats or the local equivalent to Uber Eats, some of the drivers, they write down the codes and then they sell the codes, and then people buy the codes and then break in and steal like shit from the basements and stuff like that. So we've gotten rid of the codes completely. So now you have to have a fob or a key. Yeah, so we changed the code, and then someone ordered on Uber Eats, and so we had the code for less than 12 hours before it was a break-in again, and then because someone in the building had ordered from Uber Eats. So I don't know if the drivers themselves write down the code and break in, or if they sell them. I always thought we should do a canary trap. Always thought we should do a canary trap. Everyone gets their individual code, and then whichever one is used at the time of the break-in, then we know whose code was used, and then we're like, okay, did you order from Uber Eats? Yes, I did. Okay. What's the name of the driver? There you go. There's the person. Drivers never read the instructions, sadly. No, mine always say, door is locked, ring, call when you arrive. And they ignore that usually. Okay, the hives. Nope. 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 Yes. Gotta make sure I'm facing everything the correct way. I want to listen to Michael Jackson's Beat It. It's on Spotify and YouTube. I think we have a Beat It on this. Oh no, it's Alien Ant Farm's Smooth Criminal. That's the Michael Jackson. That's on this playlist. Their cover of Smooth Criminal. I put these together a little earlier, I think, so just want to make sure they are stuck together in the middle. With a little bit of roly-poly. very prominent edge there. Don't want that. There we go. I'll play it myself then. Yeah, you do that. Here we go. We have 4 more to glue. I think we'll end by gluing these. Anyway, we'll leave these alone for now. We'll do Resolene on the first 2. Just gotta rub the glue residue a bit so it goes away. There we are. So this is 60% acrylic Resolene and 40% water, because the original recipe is thick. So what I gotta do now is to make sure that the Resolene, put it on a little bit thicker in the engravings, because there is no grain there, obviously, it's been lasered off. So it's gonna suck up that that Resolene quite quickly. So it's fairly easy to see because of the color difference. And then you just cover the rest. Here we are. Is it the piano tutorial? Is it the one where you see the falling lines coming towards the piano and then he plays it in different colors? Because I've seen that one. I don't know if that's the tutorial so much as it's just someone playing piano for beat. Rubba-lubba-dub-dub. Rubba-lubba-dub-dub. You can see this one's already got dry spots because it wicks into the other so damn quick. Deep Purple's cover of Help by the Beatles. I have never heard that. Now I want to. Quickie Wiki, hi Drummer Boy, how are you, sir? Been a while? How are you? Okay, here we go. Help by Deep Purple. Good, been freaking busy. Well, that's good, isn't it? I think that's good. Hi, Bruce Lee's. What you making? We're making some coasters with some corgis on them. And we're doing some Resolene right now. Cheers to the good times. And the little pupper. They look good. They look very good. Yeah. We'll do 2 coats of Resolene. So we'll slap some more on here. Slap some more on here. And then we'll put these to the side. Let them set and dry. Quite a thick layer. That's good. I think that might be the worst cover of anything I've ever heard. Compared to Resolene sounds like a White Stripes single from the early 2000s. I do like me some Beatles, it must be said. So when anyone does covers on Beatles stuff, I'm like, skeptical face, and then does go into a good guitar/organ solo later. I don't. Deep Purple and Beatles are different enough that I don't think Help translates. And then you have also, you know, the cover for Help, where it's supposedly spells out help in semaphore, but it doesn't. It spells NUJV because they tried Help and it looked like shit. And they're like, oh, okay, we'll do something else then. Yep, we're good. I'll polish like the top half of this one just so you can see the difference. Okay. Can you see where it's been polished? Alien Ant Farm and Michael Jackson are so different too, but they still share the same song and it worked. Yeah, but they did it well. I don't think the Deep Purple one worked. So yeah, that's why you polish things. So what you can do with these is polish it before you engrave it, but you still get the sort of flary, you know, around the letters and everything. So you have to sort of tidy it up afterwards anyway. You just have to be careful that you don't go too far into the engraved bits, because then you knock some of the looser stuff out. Not necessarily loose, but looser. And it's, yeah. And loser as in L-O-O-S-E. So this is what it looks like when you've done the sides. You can clearly see that there is a part in the middle that has not been polished. It's not really polishing, it's burnishing, but it's just very, very light burnishing. 90-second ads. And now, all of it's polished. It's just that when I do the edges, I can be a little bit more deliberate. Ooh, this is a nice belly piece. So, you can see, I don't know, if we zoom in, you guys might be able to see it. Oh yeah, there you can see some like stretch marks at the top here, like the darker lines, which means that the top piece is from closer to the belly of the cow. And a lot of people, like, you can buy bellies quite cheap usually because of the stretch marks. I kind of like the stretch mark because it looks like, otherwise it gets too uniform. It's like, oh look, it looks like plastic. Santana's Black Magic Woman is a cover of Fleetwood Mac's at Peter Green's song. Yeah. So there are lots of people that do covers that are better than the originals, I think. But that Deep Purple song was not one of them. I say Deep Purple song. That Help song, not one of them. So up here on the text, I can push a little bit harder because it's quite a short piece of leather that is engraved. So I won't push into the engraving. It will more like slide over the top. The problem is the back of the corgi because it's a large piece. So it will go down and then I'll probably knock some stuff off. Los Ángeles. Here we go. All right. These two need some Vaseline. I need a drink. You see that? It's already dry here. Like this part here is already bone dry because it wicks into the leather through the engraved part instantly. Which is why you want to put the waterproofing there. Otherwise, as soon as you put down something wet on these, it's going to suck up the water. So we try to avoid that by having it suck up some acrylic Vaseline first instead. Also, when I do this, I have to be cognizant of debris and stuff, either from like the engraving or from something in the Vaseline or from the brush, because if that stays in there, it's a bugger to get out, I tell you. And and I want to avoid bubbles. Because bubbles harden, and when they pop, you just get a ring. It looks awful. See, I think there are some people who do covers of songs that are so different that it's... I mean, it's not a new song, but it's such a new... like, for example, Disturbed doing Land of Confusion is so freaking different from Genesis. Both are fantastic, but it's so different. Ghost has done a cover of Jesus Knows Me by Genesis now, which is also really good. Very different. There we go. That to the side, let it set in for a few minutes. Ghost also did Sympathy for the Devil by the Stones. Really good. Yeah, don't usually like Ghost. Cool. But the Genesis video wins? Yeah. Jesus, he knows me, and he knows I'm right. I've been talking to Jesus all my life. I want to hear Genesis. Genesis. Genesis, here we go. Now, is it Genesis or is it released under Phil Collins? Nope, here we go. Completely different vibe. Absolutely. Oh, you know Outcast? Outcast with the song Hey Yeah? Yes. It's usually played on the faster side, but I like to play it on guitar, slow and with a deeper voice. Oh, I see I see the vibe reference. Also, you said vibe, so I was like, do you mean wipe or vibe? Vissy! Hello, sweetness. Did Ghost do the cover or just Tobias? I don't know. How you doing, Vissy? Welcome to the Leather Daddy studio, where we are making coasters with corgis on them. Cheers to the good times. Oh yeah, that one had quite a bit of loose stuff. You can see on the butt here. You see color changes a little bit if I do that. It's fine. How are you doing, Vissy? Please, everyone, go follow my friend Vissy13. She's amazing. She's funny. She's a delight to hang out with at TwitchCon. And she also made my can holder that I have in my fridge. It's a resin can holder with, like, you know, shapes like this, and then all my cans fit in there. She made that. She's a very crafty person. I miss you. I miss you too. I'm gonna try to get to TwitchCon this year. I am very much going to try to get to TwitchCon this year. I'm working all summer, so I should be able to scrounge up some money. Oh, god damn it! Fine, I won't go to TwitchCon this year. The Sympathy one is just to be us, but then again, he is Ghost, so maybe the two are mutually... yeah. He's Papa. Here we go. I'm gonna science these and do the Resolene first. The problem is it's bowed. I'll have to hold them down. Because if I just let the Resolene sit, I'm afraid it might go off to the side. Did want that. We don't want any fart noises here. We don't want any... Why aren't you going this year, Vissy? May I ask? Papa emerges the 6th? I don't know what he's on now. Yeah, something like that. Where's that Angus McSix? I still think that was a stupid fucking move for Tom when they kicked him out of Gloryhammer. Instead of doing his own thing, it was like, oh, I was Angus McFife. I'm going to be Angus McSix. I'm like, really? That's original. How about you just do your own thing? You're still you know, it's still a reference to Gloryhammer. You fucking, move on. Yes, it sucks that they kicked you out, but for fuck's sake, man. Yeah, see, here is my issue. Can you guys see that white line at the bottom? That's Resolene pooling there. I don't want that. I will redistribute. Also, this song has one of the best music videos ever, I think. With the puppets. Bad Wolves Zombie. Thomas quit Angus Mc6 too. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. That's a couple of Genesis songs. What else do we want? Do we want to go back to the Beatles? Watched Good Omens season 3 last night. It was a scene with Don't Stop Me Now. Oh! Yeah. Yeah. Doris was she passed away like the day or 2 days before or something like that. It's down. Sucks so bad. I know which one you mean now, Muad'Dib. Yeah. Cranberries. Zombie. Yeah. And they say instead of bombs and guns, it's bombs and drones or something like that. They changed like a couple of words. Okay, so another sciencey thing now is when I put the weight on this, is the weight going to stick to the Resolene? Or do I have to wait for it to completely dry before I stick it down? Because if I have to wait for it to completely dry before I stick it down, then it's no point doing this beforehand. In the future, I really want to get like I have got one for the air pump, like a spray gun or a spray nozzle thing for the Resolene, because it's quite tricky to get a nice coat, even coat, I should say, with the brush. There's a lot of, you know, redistributing everything as opposed to but yeah, Muad'Dib, the Bad Wolves Zombie, very, very good cover. Fully agree. Fully agree. I don't like this bit of the song. I don't know what they're trying to do here, but it doesn't work. at the end there. Not my favorite. I think this was what got me into the Beatles yesterday. And it being in November. Wait, it's in November this fucking time? Although, if it's, I mean, if it's, yeah, November 13th to 15th. It is San Diego though, so maybe it's possible to be outside without boiling in November. I don't know. I've never been to San Diego in November, but I have been there when it was 104, and that sucked balls. I've yet to find a zombie cover I don't that I like, except for the Bad Wolf one. As more tribute than yeah, no, I'd agree with that. That's a tribute cover. Let's it is a cover, but yeah, there's definitely some tribute. I don't know, vibes, I guess, or factors, or. So the thing is, what would it have been if Dolores had been there? Would it still be a cover? You got the original vocalist. Yeah, I don't do well in 104. Turns out, Vissy. So I might be happy in November. That might be better for me. I don't do well in under 60. So what's that? That's about 16C. What's 60 Fahrenheit in normal speak? Let's see if I can do the division on this actually. So 60 is 28. Divided by 2 is 14 plus 5.6. So you don't do well in below 19.6 degrees Celsius? Oh, I messed it up. 15 and a half. Okay. Yeah, I can convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit. I just can't go the other way. I usually don't need to. All right, that's Resolene for all of them. What time is it? Oh, it's already 10. But I wanted to play some Stranding Deaths. I don't have time for that. I have to get up for work in less than 8 hours. I don't wanna. And tomorrow I have the boring fucking side of work where nothing happens. All right, that's enough there. Dizzy Miss Lizzie. Fuck it, let's do cranberries then. I think they'd call it a reimagine or a remix. Yeah. I have tomorrow off, then I work the weekend. That sucks. Wait, jumped? What? Well, it was the prettiest place I ever jumped, so I will definitely go back. Wait. Jumped in more context. I'm off on Wednesdays now. It's nice, but my company's getting harder and harder to work for. Ugh. Oh, skydiving. Oh, that's awesome. My brother's girlfriend does that. Or used to, before they had kids. I'm gonna crank this. God damn, I love this song. Her voice is so good. Shut up. Nobody's interested in your pre-roll ads. We're listening to the fucking Cranberries. Almost all the covers I heard screw that part up. The transition between the verse and chorus. Yeah. No, I mean it's technically difficult, so I get that. Oh, okay. Ooh, Dragon Ball. I know enough of Dragon Ball to know that those are characters from Dragon Ball. I know nothing else about Dragon Ball. Beerus and Wiz. First big tattoo. Yeah, I only have the one, my compass. 6 different parts of pictures to make. Oh, so like a collage style, or did they? I love when someone has taken, like, it looks like a window, you know, a window with the divided panes, but without the actual bit in the middle. It's just 4 different styles right next to each other, but it's the same picture. It's just done in 4 different ways. That looks very cool. I wouldn't want it for myself, but it looks cool. And tying everything together, another Irish-related Sinead O'Connor covered Prince's Nothing Compares to. Oh! My whole leg is going to be in this style. My arms are colorful. Oh, okay, cool. So you're sticking with, like, the same sort of, not motif, but same, yeah, same style. Cool, very cool. I mean, it looks fantastic. Is it, or is it just an effect on the? I don't know if it's a skin or if it's a camera thing, but it looks like sort of old cartoony dot coloring. You know, when it wasn't just solid color, it was just dots really close together. It kind of looks like that. I have Appa and Momo on my upper thighs. Is that also Dragon Balls? I have no idea. That's what it is. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, that's Avatar, right? Yeah. I recognize the flying bison thing. Let's see. Sinead O'Connor. There we go. We'll start with the leather. Because that has already been sitting for a little bit, because I've been trying to support people. Hugs from afar, friend. Thank you. Enjoy the dishes. It's gonna be a hell of a contrast between I hate everything about you to Sinead O'Connor's nothing compares to you. Right? That's a shift and a half right now. I said shift. Nothing else. I can do a grumbles. Oh, sugar! Good puppy! Good puppy. Good puppy. So I figured we'll glue everything up, and then, because I can put... So 4 are done. And then we have another 4 that we're doing now, and we'll glue those up and put them under pressure, and I'll leave it there. But yeah, in the future, I think cork first to make everything flat. It's going to be a lot easier to keep the Resolene from just pooling to the side. And I don't think it would interfere with the glue or anything. I'm open to more music suggestions, by the way, people. to stop momentarily to get some glue crud off of my silicone brush. I imagine this is like being a professional thermal paste applicant or applier for CPUs. I like Aqualim because it's quite effective, I guess. Because you don't need a lot. You don't need to slather on a thick fucking layer. Especially not on the flash side, because it binds. There are so many loose fibers for it to bind to, and the cork is just, you know, it's all fibers. So that works particularly well. And now I'm not going to worry about the drying time, so I'm just going to make sure everything's lined up and then put them under pressure, because I'll leave them overnight. Yes. I do like Muse. It's kind of funny because I use the same clicker die on the cork as the leather, and they're never exactly the same size. It has baffled me since I got the bloody thing. Alright. Put that and that there. We'll put granite on top. And then we'll do 2 stacks here with the steel lumps. You can see how long the polymer chains are in the glue here. Because if I do this, just pull it across and you get long strands forming of the glue. Which comes out smaller. It's not really smaller, they just don't line up perfect. There's always one corner sticking out somewhere. You go, no. It's how you can assemble IKEA furniture and you don't have enough pieces, but there's also some pieces left over. You'd think that would be impossible. No. I think these coasters are going to turn out absolutely smashing. That's what I think. I think Archie approved. Oh, smashing! I don't want to alarm you there, but I seem to have gone blind in one eye. Move your hand there. What a woman! I have to agree with it, yeah. I think you have to. what a woman. Imagine if I had to do this from this tiny little squeegee bottle instead. I don't want to. I'm glad I found the jar. Also, there's not enough glue in that squeegee bottle to do this. I would need the squeegee bottle and a bunch of staples. Yeah. Getting my polymer chains again. Go away. Go away. All right, chant. No. Yes. I like that the intro to Smells Like Teen Spirit, Dave Grohl's drums is apparently he ripped that from disco. It just. And he told Throwaway, and was like, that's just early disco. And he just goes, oh wow, mind blown. I'm definitely going to I can't hear the word disco now without thinking of the Martian film. I'm definitely going to die up here if I have to listen to any more god-awful disco music. All right, we are done with the glue. We are done with the glue. This white sticky stuff on this towel looks very suspicious. Someone been borrowing my towels? I love that. Yeah, hot stuff playing in the Rover. Yeah, this is officially the least disco song she owns. Looking for some hot stuff. I also like that she has a video call with her husband on the way home, and he's like, look what I found, and it's like an original pressing of an ABBA record. I'm like, yeah, you would be into that, wouldn't you? Don't balls up the last one now. Ah. I haven't heard this song in a long time. I'm trying to make it heavier. So yeah, that will do. And now for comic effect. There's literally an anvil on top of it. It's a small anvil, but it's a fucking anvil. If anyone sees a bird run past, let me know. Meep, meep. There's glue residue everywhere. Hold on. 90-second ads. Otherwise we get preloads and we hate those here. Everyone hates those everywhere, I think. I'm gonna get a drink, Robert. I'll be right back. Does it have Acme on it? That's a good point, Druid. That's a very good point. The A is too big. Here we go. Yes, it does. I was so thirsty, I couldn't even finish filling the bottle with water before I had to stop and drink some of it before filling it up again. No. Oh shit, I have a better pen. Oh no, that's a black marker pen. Ugh. I have had one of those white marker pens that you shake. Oh, I got one of these from Temu, which is a lace cutter. So now I'll be able to cut my own laces for dice bags and stuff like that. By just going... Which is handy. Don't forget that the sale is still live on the website. I've extended it to the end of August. So 15% off your orders on the website with Summer 15, the coupon, Summer in all caps, then 15, and you get 15% off of your order. I think this might have been my first Linkin Park song I heard. It's very good. Still is. Ooh. See how reflective my legs are? I am a pale Swedish person. This isn't CGI. This isn't solar flares. That's how pale I am. Also, very high exposure on that camera right now. See who else is live. Tiger's live? Holy shit! Eli is doing GTA RP? What the fuck? He's doing GTA RP again? A lot of it, it seems. What the crap? Three weeks ago, then 1 week ago, 4 days ago. So he's done five. He's doing his sixth stream of GTA. Okay, cool. Gotta catch those VODs. Very cool. That's been a while for him. Unless he's done it like offline. That's cool. Dope. I still haven't gotten a response from the guy who ordered the Jamie and the dice bag. So, don't know what to do about that. I don't want to make the Jamie in case he cancels the order. And I don't want to make the Jamie and send it to him because then I have to pay for shipping twice. I'm like, send it to him and get like, hey, respond to my fucking emails, dick. Oh. Oh, water's the fucking best. Right. I should probably head to sleep. I have to get up in 7 hours. 6 hours 59. For work. Let's find someone to ring. Tomorrow, if I stream tomorrow, which I probably will. Although I do have to work on my essay bit as well. Hey, Andron, thank you. I will, hopefully I'll be able to leave these at the post office tomorrow. And get them sent off. But I start work before the post office open, and I finish work after the post van has been there to collect everything. So it will ship out on Friday. But I'll try to leave it tomorrow. If I remember. I will try very, very hard. No rush. Yeah, but it's also like a while ago you ordered it, so I feel like I should get it going, you know. Okay, let's see. Don't get distracted by other things. Just go find someone. Oh, Gas is on as well. Oh, Gassy and Beth are playing a cooking simulator together. Oh, that's right. Is that right? I'll throw you guys over to Eli. Gotta support the sheriff. Around here, we spell law and order E-L fucking I. Oh, and he just pulled someone over in traffic stop. All right. I'll throw you guys over to Eli. I'm back tomorrow. I'll see you guys later. Toodaloo.